Can I ask you, when are we going to leave the EU?
Well, if the Prime Minister's deal is able to muster a majority this week and get through, then we will need a short extension. It's now physically impossible to leave on the 29th of March, but we'd be able to leave very soon. I can't tell you whether it'll be April, May or June, but it would be very soon. But if we're unable to do that, if we cannot bring together a majority to support what, in my view, is a very good deal for Britain, then we will have to look at a longer extension. And we're in uncharted territory. I can't tell you how long it will be before we can find a way forward that commands a majority in Parliament and allows us to deliver the Brexit that we've promised to deliver.
Donald Tusk has talked about an extension for a year or more. Would that be acceptable to the government?
Well, I think it's very important to be clear that any extension would be for a maximum period. And if the withdrawal agreement were ratified at an earlier point, then we would leave at that point. So it's possible that the European Union will respond to us by saying, look, you haven't got a deal agreed in Parliament. It's clear that some of the processes that are being talked about as a way of resolving this impasse would take longer than 3 months, and therefore the only extension we're prepared to give you is an extension longer than 3 months, an extension that would require us in the UK to conduct European parliamentary elections.
And you can see the Conservative Party and the government being prepared to hold those European parliamentary elections, even though we're not going to be in the Parliament for very long?
Well, we're absolutely clear that this is not what we want to do. I don't think there's a single person in the House of Commons and certainly not a single government in the European Union that wants to see the UK conducting European parliamentary elections. But we may have to do that if we cannot get this deal through this week.
Your department is producing a commemorative coin about leaving the EU, and it's got the 29th of March 2019 written on it. What are you going to do about that?
Well, it's not my department, it's the Royal Mint.
Royal Mint, but it's
I happen to be I'm the Master of the Mint,
exactly,
as well as the Chancellor of the Exchequer. I'm not sure the answer to that question. I'm not sure whether those coins...
We can see this coin here, but it says there 29th of March. So what happens?
Yeah, that's an image. I'm not sure whether the coins have been struck. I don't know.
Presumably they'll have to be melted down and you'll have to start all over again.
Well, or they'll become collector's pieces, Andrew. They were never going to be circulating coins. They were always collector's coins, of which the Royal Mint issues quite a number.
So what date would you like to see on that coin?
I'd like to see us get this deal through Parliament this week, then have a short extension to pass the necessary legislation and leave the EU quickly. I think that we need to start the healing process in the UK, and the sooner we leave with a good deal done, the sooner we will be able to start to bring together people from both sides of this argument and get on with building what we clearly have the potential for, a brighter future for Britain.